What's up, family? Ready for an adventure that will blow your mind? Today we're going to talk about something I'm deeply passionate about. Something that has the power to change not only how we see the world, but also how our brain works inside. Forget the idea that art is only for museums or for bohemian people. Not at all. Art, in all its forms, is a very powerful tool, a gym for the mind that everyone, absolutely everyone, can and should use. Imagine for a moment that your brain is like a big city full of avenues, streets, and alleys. Sometimes, traffic gets stuck, communication doesn't flow, and everything becomes a mess. Well, let me tell you that art, whether it's music, painting, dancing, or theater, is like building new bridges and superhighways in that city. Let's talk about the queen of the arts, the one that's with us everywhere, music. From the lullaby our mom sang to us to the rock music that gets us going in the morning, music is the soundtrack of our lives. But have you ever stopped to think about everything that happens in your brain when you listen to, or even better, when you play an instrument? It's a true neurological symphony. Playing a musical instrument is one of the most complete activities that exist for the brain. Researchers at Harvard University, for example, have used MRI scans to see what happens in the brains of musicians and have discovered something fascinating. The corpus callosum, which is like the superfiber bridge that connects the two hemispheres of the brain, is significantly larger and denser in people who have had musical training since childhood. Now let's change the scene and talk about two arts that get us moving and connect us with others in a unique way: theater and dance. When an actor plays a character, they don't just memorize lines, but they have to get into someone else's skin, understand their motivations, their fears, and their joys. This exercise of putting yourself in someone else's shoes is the basis of empathy. A study conducted by the University of Cambridge found that students who regularly participate in theater classes show higher levels of empathy and a better understanding of complex emotions. On the other hand, dance teaches us something equally valuable: body awareness and nonverbal expression. Dancing is telling a story without words. It's releasing emotions through movement. A person who feels comfortable in their own body, who knows how to move with grace and confidence, projects that confidence into all areas of their life. Now, let's take a breath and enter the world of color, shapes, and textures, the world of visual arts. When you sit down to draw an object, no matter how simple, like an apple, you're not just tracing its outline. You're forced to truly observe, to notice how light creates shadows, how colors blend, and how different textures interact. Visual arts break that autopilot. They train us to be more aware of our surroundings, to find beauty in the everyday, and to notice patterns and details that others miss. Imagine you're painting a landscape and the green color you mixed for the trees doesn't look right. What do? There's no mathematical formula that gives you the answer. You have to experiment, try, mix a little yellow, maybe a touch of blue, until you find the solution. And we can't forget the incredible therapeutic power of visual arts. The simple act of focusing on a manual and creative activity, like painting or sculpting clay, can significantly reduce stress and anxiety levels. Let's go back to music. But this time we're going to dive deeper, as if we were neurosurgeons, to understand exactly how it tunes two of the most important tools of our mind: attention and memory. Have you noticed how a song can instantly transport us to a specific moment in our past? When we learn a piece of music, we are training different types of memory at once. Muscle memory for finger movements, auditory memory for sounds, and visual memory for reading sheet music. Playing a musical instrument is the perfect antidote for a scattered mind. You can't play the piano while checking your Instagram. It's impossible. This type of sustained and divided concentration is an incredible exercise for the frontal lobes of your brain, which are responsible for attention and focus. It's like lifting weights with your concentration ability.
Subscribe to our channel for more new ideas and education. Hit the like button on this video and share your thoughts in the comments.
Perhaps one of the most surprising and powerful connections that science has discovered is the one between musical training and the ability to read. Reading, at its most basic level, is a process of decoding symbols, that is, letters, to convert them into sounds, phonemes, and then give them meaning. I remember the case of a program in Los Angeles called Harmony Project. They offered free music classes to children from low-income communities. After a few years, researchers noticed something amazing. The children who participated in the program not only improved in music, but their reading and language scores skyrocketed. Many of them, who were below average, ended up outperforming their peers and graduating with honors to go to college. This phenomenon is known as learning transfer, and it's one of the reasons why art is so crucial in education. The skills you develop in one discipline don't stay locked there. They transfer and help you in other areas of life that seem unrelated. Music, family, is the secret training that prepares the brain for the challenge of reading. For a long time, education focused on an acronym, STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But in recent years, an incredibly powerful movement has emerged to add one more letter, a letter that changes everything, the A for art. That's how STEAM was born. Let's think about the greatest example of all, Leonardo da Vinci. He wasn't just a painter or just an inventor. He was both at the same time, and one fed the other. His deep knowledge of human anatomy, which he gained through dissection, that is, science, allowed him to paint figures with a realism never before seen, art. Da Vinci is the perfect example of a STEAM thinker. Today, the world's most innovative companies actively seek people with this type of integrated thinking. The STEAM approach prepares students for this world, teaching them not only to solve problems, but also to ask the right questions. The A in art is not an ornament, it is the catalyst. Let's think about the story of Gillian Lynn. When she was a child in the 1930s, her school was worried about her. She couldn't sit still, was constantly distracted, and her grades were terrible. But a wise doctor realized she wasn't sick. She was a dancer. Or consider the case of Richard Feynman, who would become a Nobel Prize-winning physicist. He used to say that when he felt stuck on a complex physics problem, he would take out his sketchbook or play his drums, and often the solution would come to him in the middle of a rhythm or a stroke. We have reached the end of this journey, family, but in reality, it is only the beginning of yours. Now, the most important question is, what are you going to do with this information? Don't let it just be an interesting fact you read today. Put it into action. Sing louder in the shower, sign up for that salsa class you've always wanted to take, buy a notebook and start drawing what you see around you. Remember that each of us has an artist inside. For some, it expresses itself with sounds. For others, with movements. For others, with colors or words. Your task is to find it, listen to it, and give it space to play and express itself. Your life, here and now, is a blank canvas, a score without notes, an empty stage. You have all the colors, all the sounds, and all the movements at your disposal. Don't be afraid to experiment, to mix, to create something unique and authentic that reflects who you are. Fill your life with art, and you will see how your mind and spirit blossom in ways you never imagined. Now go out and create your own masterpiece.
Subscribe to our channel for more new ideas and education. Hit the like button on this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Which skill connects most with your teaching? Which one seems hardest to develop? Your ideas and questions help build our learning community and inspire what we'll cover next. Together, we can change education, one teacher, one classroom, one student at a time. The future of learning is in our hands.